Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 63 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series, where today I'd like to start checking out a new mod that I have never looked at before, and this is going to be another one of those Dyer learns it live things, because I've done zero research on it. Between episodes we did update the pack to version 1.7.0, though I think as of this recording I'm hoping 1.8.0 of the pack comes out soon, because that'll have the new Create changes. Create came out with a pretty big update that had some really cool trains that I'm looking forward to checking out. So we'll check them out soon, but for now, my focus is going to be ElementalCraft because we don't have that update just yet. So let's see what's going on. First off, how's uranium doing? All right, not bad. Not great, not terrible kind of situation over there with uranium. Let's go check in on, actually. Let's go check in on our nuclear reactor just to make sure everything's groovy over here. Things seem to be good. We are pretty net gain-ish. Barely a net gain on fissile fuel is what I would say. Barely a net gain. So we're doing okay on fissile fuel production. As long as we have a net gain, we're good. But we will definitely be burning it out pretty soon at some point. We've got decent amounts of power here, so I'm just kind of, you know, taking a quick peek at everything in my base to make sure things are cool before we move on to other stuffs. Is oxygen a problem? What do you have a problem with? Not enough room in output. Okay, that's fine. Are you having a little bit of an oxygen problem in here, buddy? Because I could absolutely amp that up if you need me to. Yeah, he might need a little bit, and considering we have enough power now, I don't think I have a problem with the electrolytic separator getting just a few upgrades. So I think 4 of each should be more than enough. So why? I always like to keep these two similar-ish. Yoinks. Alright, you should be having plenty of oxygen now. Look at that. Boom. Just a little bit better. We weren't too much of a problem just yet, but, you know, one might have popped up. So let's take a look at ElementalCraft. So one thing that happened when we updated the pack is everybody gets an Akashic Tome now. Hooray! And I'm suspecting that Elementalpedia is there in the Akashic Tome. So this is just a book that is all books. I think you shift left click to set it back to the Akashic Tome, and then when you right click, you can see all the different books that exist from all the different mods. Hey, even Laser Eye was there. Sweet! Shift left click, Akashic Tome. Boom. And there's the Reborn Storage book. That's cool. That's nice. Okay. Shift left click. But let's take a look at ElementalCraft, because this is a mod that got added to the pack. I think a couple people recommended adding it to the pack, so we were like, yeah, sure, why not? As long as it's stable, we're cool. And I want to check it out. I don't know much about it. I know that there's nodes in the world. I've seen them typically in my mining dimension. So I'm pretty sure these things are ElementalCrafty related, right? So what they are and what role they play in this mod, I have no idea. There's a bunch of different colored ones, which is neat. So I'm assuming that's earth, and maybe this is water, and that one over there was fire? But I have no idea, and we're going to learn together how ElementalCraft works. So let's take a look at it, shall we? Let's do it. So first off, oh my goodness, ElementalCraft is a magic mod based around the 4 elements: fire, water, earth, and air. You can find more info at the wiki. Okay, cool. I'm a little concerned that there's no icons here, but I guess we'll see what happens. Basics and early game mechanics. So it looks like there's a few things to look through. Sources, that's the things we just found, are naturally occurring spots where elements converge. Explore a bit and find at least one source for each element. It is also recommended to mark their spot to find them easier again when you need them. Okay. Easy enough. Inert crystals. You start digging underground and mine to find inert crystal ore. I'm pretty sure we found some of that already. Yeah, we found some inert crystal. Look at that. We've got almost 3,000 of them. Sweet. And look how many of the other shards and whatnot we have. That's pretty cool. I think most of that's coming from our mob farm, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Yep, there they are. So the 4 types looks like earth, water, air, and fire. Okay. That's cool. Sweet. Speaking of my mob farm, I haven't checked in on you in a while. How's things? Not bad. We got some more of the bigger shards, so that's nifty. Anything else in here that's particularly cool? Some dimlets, which I should probably do something with at some point. But I'll hang on to those bigger shards, because they're pretty rare. I'm assuming there might be a way to make them. Yeah, easy peasy. So, not a big deal. We've also got contained crystals, are the main components of instruments. By coating an inert crystal with gold, you're able to prevent it from being altered by elements without losing its ability to interact with them. Well, that's cool. And then shards, raw elemental shards, are elements that are crystallized in contact with creatures. They can be transformed into usable element with an evaporator. Well, that's cool. Okay, so it looks like the contained crystal is the way to go for the next dude. So let's get a contained crystal here. Boom. Hooray! New chapters unlocked. Sweet. And now we can make an element pipe, which are used to transport elements across distances. Their main use is to provide instruments with the required element. You can configure a pipe by right-clicking a section or the core to change it from connected, disconnected, insert, or extract. Okay. Impaired, normal, and improved. So we need a swift alloy, we need a drenched iron, and regular ironing gets make you the impaired version. Okay, so element pipes. Oh, and look, there's a new instrument. Sweet. These are the main crafting tools. So there's a container as well, though it doesn't seem to want to tell me much about it. Aha. Small element container. All right, but we just need some impaired pipes in order for that. So it looks like those are how we will progress. So let's get pipes, the impaired version. So that's just going to need some of that. So it looks like we're going to need probably a hefty amount of these things. Let's get ready to auto-craft a few bits here and there, right? Can't hurt to add that to the to-do list. In before people want ElementalCraft pipes in Laser.io. Yes, I've heard you all that you want mechanism pipes. It will happen eventually. So we should be able to get, you know, a healthy bit more pipes, and that should be cool. We'll just make a bunch because, I mean, you know, it's not the end of the world. It's not expensive yet. Sweet. So I made those, and now you want me to make the small element container. So if I look up the usage, oh my goodness, you have lots of usages, but this is what I'm after. Okay. I'm going to get a couple of these. I'm suspecting I'm going to want one for each element type, so probably 4. Oh, wow, we have lots more things now. All right, cool. So you probably want me to make the other tiers before you can have me progress. But we now have the extractor, infuser, and evaporator. So extractors, use an extractor to extract elements from sources. To do so, place the extractor above a container and below the source you want to extract. Seems easy enough. Sweet. The infuser, now that you can extract elements, it's time to infuse them. To do so, you need an infuser on top of a container. Don't forget to connect it to the extractor's container with a pipe. Okay. Okay. That's cool. And then the evaporator allows you to transform shards into elements. It produces elements extremely slowly. To do so, place the evaporator. All right, so those shards I have can be turned into raw elements, but it sounds like the better approach is to get the stuff from the other world there. So let's get some extractors. Let's do this. Let's get 1, 2 more of you, and then let's get some extractors. You're gonna want 4 of these. Let's get 4 of each. One for, and then we probably want some more pipes. Give me like a stack of those bad boys, would you? Thanks, Chief. So here's what I'm thinking. We get 1 of each element, and then that would be cool. So it seems like these guys are not too hard to find in this dimension, so I don't know if that's by mistake or what that's all about, but hey, it's all good. So we put this here, and look, it has, oh, that's cool, a little mouse over, like that. And then you go here. Oh, and he's extracting. And look, oh, he shows how full he is. I like that a lot. I do. I very much appreciate that. I like that super much. Thank you very much. I think that is cool beans right there. So we can do the same with fire then. Let's get a fire element going. Boom. And now we're filling up with fire. Cool. Okay. So we got water and fire so far. This, I'm assuming, is probably earth. Probably earth. And I wonder if there's something like biomes or whatever that make them slightly more or less common, or if it's just totally randomish. Couldn't tell you. Oh, there's an air. Nice. All right, well, now we've got one of each element. Cool. I like it. Okay. Done and done. Beautiful. All right, so it looks like the next thing is the infuser and the evaporator then. And I'm assuming, the infuser being the more important of the two. Because that's what's going to allow me to infuse stuff, apparently. So let's get an infuser. Infuser. And I might need another tank. But we'll find out. Okay. So now that we have the infuser set up, I'm assuming I'm going to want to transfer and do this. And maybe something like that. Now, how did I... Okay, so you're full, you're empty. Oh, not what I wanted to do. Well, the good news is we just learned that that's not going to be horrible. What if I break you? Oh, and you still retain your elements. Well, that's neat to know. That is cool to know, actually. I might do something fun with that. And by fun, I mean diary. Now, when you were in the basics, White Rock, element pipe, you can configure a pipe by right-clicking a section or the core to change it. Okay, so I just do this. Oh, hello. Extracting. Oh, cool. Look at that. Okay, so now it's filling up there. Sweet. I like this. It's very straightforward so far, which is something I very much like. Very much white. White rock is earth-infused stone. It is used in the crafting of advanced instruments and shrines. To get it, simply put stone in an... Well, I think I have a good idea of where I'm going to do it. Ooh, crafting. Here's everything you need to know about crafting. To infuse an item, simply right-click the infuser while holding the item you want to infuse. Try it now with an inert crystal. An infusion can also be applied to tools, improving existing enchantments or giving them unique abilities. Okay. So if I got an inert crystal... and infused it... Oh, hello. Particle effects. That's the key to Dyer's heart right there. Hello, hello, fire crystal. Well, that's neat. And that looks different than the fire shard. So this crystal absolutely is something different there. That's cool. That's cool. Okay. Element Evaporator allows you to transform shards into elements. It produces elements extremely slowly to place an evaporator above a container. Okay, that's the one we already saw. Right, yes. Let's make one just to, do the thing. Progress through the quest book. All right, and then we need to put one on top of a... I should really put the jars... What are these? Oh. So they're ones that have stuff. Ooh, there's bigger element containers today we learned. Oh, that's cool. All right, so if I did this, and then we got, for example, a raw earth shard. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, so that's how you get it if you can't find any of these dudes. So you can do this with a mob farm, basically. If you set up a mob farm, there's another way to get ElementalCraft. But clearly this world gen stuff is what you want. Neato. Okay. That's cool. Alright, I fulfilled your quest, sir. So I think white rock is what I want. Now tell me, I'm assuming that there is a... Yes, elemental infusion, improved element binder. Oh, look! A low amount of earth. Stone goes in, white rock comes out. Sweet. Alright, so then if I got you, and we got... I should really make the small element container an autocraft, because of how often I seem to be making them. And then I right-click this bit. He should be in extracting mode now. See it down there on the bottom? So now he's extracting the earth, putting it in there. And if I wanted another infuser... And then we got some stone, which we have a hefty amount of now. Oh, look! auto-refilled, because that's just how cool things are now. Thank you, Direwolf, last episode. And then you should do your thing. Oh, cool. Boop and boop. Now, can I, like, hopper or transfer these guys? That is a question. We're going to see how automatable you are now. You know, obviously there's things we can do. And I mean, there may be, like, other ways in the future to oh, no, hoppers work. Hoppers work. Which means laser IO should work, right? I mean, it should. You and you. And that should be cool. Let's see what kind of... So I assume here is where we're going to want you to go. And then some semblance of a chest. And then how about down, extract on white? Let's make it orange. Let's make it like gray for the stone. Okay. And then I guess we'll call that brownish. I guess you could call that brown. So down extract, this side, insert. And then this side should be extract on brown. Now I'm assuming you can only insert one at a time, but we'll find out. So how about you extract 8 at a time, and we'll see what happens. And then you can insert on brown. Boom. Boom. Sweet. Ah, I see. He's transferring them back and forth. Okay. So how about then on the down, we will filter smooth stone. Cool. Works for me. Ah, yes. So then you should not take away smooth stone. Actually, let's just filter white for now. That works. Cool. I like that. Okay, cool. And then that, boom, automated. Ba-boom. Now, how about you? Ooh, you can have a whole stack at a time? Well, that's nice to know. But I suspect you're going to be a little slow. Yeah, definitely slow. So if we're going to want to do these things... Okay, neat. Not bad. Definitely slowish doing it this way. We should get, you know, set this kind of thing up on like a proper node. If we need a lot of it. I don't know if we're going to need a lot of it. We're kind of just learning. At some point, we'll figure out how much we need, and then we're going to set up automation to have an infinite amount of all of them. I have ideas already. But let's see where the mod takes us before we start doing other shenanigans. Is that fair? Is that fair? Okay. So an element container is an element storage containing more elements than the small container, and it is compatible with all instruments. Ooh, really? Element container. Okay. So to get one of those, we're going to need element pipes and drenched iron ingots. Water would be my guess. Is that a thing? Can we guess water? Element infusion of iron with water. Okay. Okay. I have ideas. I have thoughts on this. What if we did this? What if I took you away for a minute? And you away. Now, am I right to think... Oh, you break. Okay, that's fair. Am I right to think that this clears it? Has a small amount of... Okay. So let's get rid of that. So I don't love that you break, but that's okay. We'll figure you out in a minute. I wonder if there's like a redstone-y control we can do with that. Oh, you break too. Oh, okay. I'm learning. I'm learning. So if we wanted to do iron here, so how about on the down, you're also allowed to extract iron? Is that fair? And let's disable your extract for a minute. Oh, right. So if I'm going to want you to be here. Okay. And then if we put some iron in here, boom, he should go in, he should convert. And then I'm going to add you to the whitelist and set you back to ignored. And then that should be automated drenched iron. Yes? Oh my, you used all the waters. You certainly did. You used a lot of water for that. Okay. Never mind. Interesting. All right, so let's do this, Mr. Full Inventory Direwolf. How are you doing for that? Okay, and you're done with that now? Okay, cool. So let's go back to what we had before. So you've got a small amount of water and you've got nothing. Okay. We will have you infusing stone again, courtesy of the pipes. Boop. And you should be getting enough of that to make stone. And then we're going to make a similar style infuser over here for this. So, you know what I might want to do? Let's get a advanced wireless transmitter, because remember how cool those are? I remember how cool those are. Remember with the whole 1,000 block range thing? Super OP and super fun. So I break you. And instead do you, and then that. And then your range is 1,000 by default, and that's cooler. All right, let's go home and teach some recipes that we know we're going to want to do as well. So here's what I'm thinking. We're going to definitely want some more tanks for sure, because we've been using these a lot. Okay, so add these to the to-do list. I'm going to hang on to you. Let's put away some stuff we don't super need right now, right? So you can go away. You can go away. I don't need building gadgets. I don't need personal shrinking devices. Probably don't need to sleep because I'm in that dimension, you know, where it's always day. All right, and then we also want the element containers. Is that what we're currently working towards? Yes. So now you know how to make those. We could probably set up an automation for these if we wanted to autocraft them, but we should... I gotta see if there's a way to transmit elements, like, wirelessly. Because I have an idea in my head on how to do it, but we're gonna have to wait and see if you can really do it. You know what I mean? So I got to imagine there's some cool stuff we can do. It looks like there's a lot in this mod, which I'm excited to check out more of. There's a lot of cool stuff, it looks like. So anyway, yeah, let's get... so pipes we know how to make. All right, so that stuff's all good. Was there anything else I wanted to autocraft for now, or are we cool? I think we're cool. I think we're cool. How about these infuser dudes? Yeah, let's get the infuser and the extractor. I think both of those would be smart to have on autocraft as well. Just because I have a feeling we're going to want more of them too. Okay. Alright, so over here on the water node is where I'm going to take my small amount of water. It's kind of funny how, like, it's a little tricky to see where the block is under it. Alright, but now you should be filling up with water. Perfect. Okay. And then I'm going to have... Get me like 2 of these and an infuser and my pipes. Okay. So 1 of you... Oh, you stack? Today I learned. Sweet. And the infuser. And if you go here and you go here, can I put the pipe here and then click this? And then you're going to fill up? Beautiful. All right. And then we'll have our node here. Okay. And then the same kind of deal. Now I wonder, I could probably consolidate a little bit, a slightly more efficient approach to this. Okay. How about on down, you're going to have an extract and a stock. Okay. So you're going to extract on white, and you're going to whitelist what's allowed to be extracted, and it's only going to be iron. Okay. And then on the down, you're going to have a stock. It's going to be these, but it's going to be 64 of them. Is that cool? And then over here, you can do that. And if I'm not mistaken, actually, Boom. And then boom. Cool. And then it'll keep doing that. Okay. Until we have 64 drenched iron ingots, and then it'll stop. And FYI, with counting filters, you can go all the way up to 4096. Okay, just so's you knows. Control click to go 64 at a time, shift click to go 10 at a time, and control shift to go 640 at a time. Okay, but we'll stick with 64, and that should be cool. So now that's kind of an infinite amount of these drenched iron ingots, right? That's not too shabby. And then we should do the same thing with these guys and the iron, because iron's going to be a little bit trickier. We just have to get an iron node. Okay, so you're that guy. Is there an iron, or is there there is this guy nearby, so that's pretty close. Cool. And then we'll stick you here. Okay. You've got a little bit of iron in you, actually. I'm just going to reset this. Doesn't matter too much. And then ElementalCraft. Let's get our infuser. Actually, I already had an infuser. Let's get our extractor. Okay. Beautiful. So now he'll start extracting. We will pipe him into one of these. And that's cool. And you're going to fill up. And then you've got your infuser on top. And then laser IO chest. And then reset all these cards, because I want to do it the more efficient way. Perfect. Click, click. Okay. So on down, you're going to extract stone. And then on down, you're going to stock these, but 64 of them. Okay. And here will be an insert card. Boom. Sweet. And then the same deal with you. Perfect. Okay. I like this. All right. So with that thing cooking now, and this guy should be probably close-ish to 64. Not too shabby. I'm gonna say not too shabby. What do we got next? Let's take a look at the book. What would you like me to do next, sir? So you wanted me to make that element container, which shouldn't be too big of a deal. Now, is this just like we hold more of the stuff or what? Oh, you need burnt glass. Well, I'm going to assume... Oh, and elemental pipes. Okay. So I'm going to assume that burnt glass is kind of the same deal. Right? My brain immediately thought that meant like ore dictionaried glass, and then obviously not. So this is what we're working towards. And burnt glass, yeah. Good guess that it was fire. Good guess, Dyer on the fire. So down, 1, 2. You will extract whitelist glass. You will stock burnt glass. $64. And then you will insert. Okay, so if I put you in here. Perfect. Perfecto. And then you stock up. Okay, so burnt glass is happening. Perfect. Loving it. Loving it. So we're getting the basics down. If we just said to ourselves, hey, what kind of elemental infuse? Wow, there's 34 of them. Okay, cool. Though some of them are... Okay, so it's not all crafting recipes. Some of them are just like, hey, you can get like, you know... Oh, that's cool. Auto smelt. Neat. Air silk. Neato. War staff, huh? So I'm assuming the air silk is the last crafting recipe, if you will. Though it looks like there's at least one crafting recipe for each thing, but there's also the crystals. So we're going to want to be aware of those too. Okay. But in terms of crafting recipes, those look like the main two. So air silk will be the last one. I'm sure that'll happen at some point to show me what's up. Alright, so now I'm gonna put let's say element pipe. See? It stopped at 64. That's cool. And there's your element container. So does this just hold more? Is that what it is? Element containers? Okay. Oh my goodness, we have lots more things to look at. Suddenly a lot more to do. Pipe cover frame, element holder, spell desk. Sign me up. Lots of instruments to look at. That is a good time right there. That is a fun and good time. So now, am I correct in assuming that I can just pop you down? And you'll just... Okay. Now, apparently I can also... Whoops. Not what I meant to do. Not at all what I meant to do. Oh, good. You can right-click without an empty hand. Oh, wow. You emptied fast. Oh, my goodness. And you have a lot more space in you. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. Sweet. All right. Beautiful. I like it. I am actually legitimately, like, this is cool. I like this mod. This is definitely fun. I am enjoying this a lot. I'm enjoying learning it for sure. Okay, we have to go teach those pipes. But I think what I'm going to do is wrap up the episode here. We'll come back next time. We'll look into, you know, more cool stuff. Obviously, this mod. So let's do that. Yeah, let's wrap up here. We'll come back next episode. Check out all the things that got unlocked here and see what's up. For now, though, I think it's wrapping up point. So Devil20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and take it easy.